Hey, hey. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another episode of Hipster's Mad Record Party. I'm your host, Dave Drazin, for the only program in the history of entertainment in which we listen to 78s on television. And we've got a sterling panel of hipsters for you tonight. First of all, on my right, the inimitable and outrageously talented Tom Goligly. And he is, of course, a well-known hipster to all of us because he's a wonderful guy and a
hell of a cameraman, too.
He's a great cameraman.
Wonderful.
And a fabulous improv artiste. So welcome to the show, Tom.
Yes, Tom.
Thank you.
And on my left, a plant. And next to the plant is another hipster, Mr. Terry Breen. And Terry is an automatic hipster because he leads a fine band called Lyric, which can be seen performing around town and even heard. But it's up to
sometimes
fate as to when you can discover them doing that.
That's right.
And on Terry's left is our newborn hipster, Nicole Macaluso.
Good. We are so happy to have you with us this evening.
Nicole is our de facto hipster. She's an artist and qualified to speak on anything she wants. And on Nicole's left is is the inimitable Ed Cermak. And believe me, no party is complete without Ed Cermak, particularly if it's at his home.
That's right.
And the first record that we heard was on the Jazz record label, and that was Royal Garden Blues by Art Hodes Columbia Quintet, and they're kind enough to tell us it was recorded December 1940. Okay, well, moving right along, I guess we might as well just go into the first record, unless anyone has anything to say. Do you have anything to say, Tom? Just as I thought. Well, all right. Oh, go ahead.
Do elephants have green cards?
Well, they used to. I wouldn't blame them if they wanted one. Okay.
Why hasn't this plant been watered lately?
Well, I don't know. Are you sure it hasn't?
Actually, that plant has been here for most of the evening's rehearsal. When it started out with this music, it was just about that tall.
Oh.
I think that the dryness of the dirt is merely...
It grew considerably inch by inch as the records were playing.
As the tunes play.
It's like the last batch of tunes.
The Durante song made it blossom. I saw it
Yes, that was
consecutively.
That was a moving moment.
I want to hear the record.
Yeah, we've got to play the record, of course. That's why we're here. And the first selection is on the Brunswick label. Actually, I'll show this side of the label because the other side has been defaced. Oh. So, but we're actually playing the other side.
You want me to get a close-up of that?
Yes, would you get a close-up of that?
Psychic close-up.
Little conceptual
Psychic
humor.
How about you? Would you like a close-up of that?
Dave, your eyes. Okay.
Okay, now the name of the song is When Polly Walks Through Hollyhocks, and it's played by Ben Burney and his Hotel Roosevelt Orchestra, vocal duet by Scrappy Lambert and Billy Hillpot.
One of my favorite.
Scrappy.
Both of my heroes.
Okay.
Scrappy. What happened to Scrappy?
But I love her and I told her in the moonlight that I
Well, I'm sure if that plant could speak, it would say, "Thanks, Terry."
David just did.
Where was I?
Some people can hear these things.
1940, I think is what it was.
Yes.
An interesting tune, Dave. Very nice. Very, very, very catchy.
Yes.
Dave,
What happened to the Hotel Roosevelt band? Do you know at all?
Well, I think they played there for about 20 years, and then the war started, and they were all drafted. So,
They didn't play when they were at the barracks, or
well, they might have.
were like Reveille,
Yeah.
or Peeling Potatoes, or any kind of war songs?
Maybe the Air Force theme.
Like I Hate to Get Up in the Morning, Ring Berlin. Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning.
Yeah. I believe
Dave,
so.
didn't you have that tune on your answering machine for a while?
No, that was Sunny Side Up.
Very similar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that
It
is
was
true.
always entertaining calling you.
Thanks.
Yes. But when you answered the phone, it wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah, you were always kind of like, I don't know, like you just read a book on Lillian Gish or something, or you just.
I probably did. Yes.
Yes. Wonderful, rousing tune. Wonderful, fabulous.
Yeah, pretty good fidelity
What
there.
do you think of it, music quality? What's
Me?
going on? Yeah,
What do I think of it?
Yeah.
I love that.
yeah. I could tell that was one of
Why, I can dance
really your
around
style.
my studio apartment to that
2-3
every
times.
day.
Amidst all the
Yeah.
books and all the records and all the
Yeah, I won't even
CDs
stub my
and-
toe on the table, and
And all the Buster Keaton collectibles, the pork pie
right.
hats.
Did it
Sure.
did it touch you, Nicole?
It reminded me instantly of those really old cartoons, you know, the ones that were really
Merry Melodies.
middle, not too well drawn, but you know, lively. And you know, it's a shame I didn't have my flapper outfit, because then I thought of that too. I had this flapper costume, and it reminded me definitely of those, you know, dancer things.
yeah, well, those that was in the probably 1928 or so when they were starting to do those cartoons. So, what most folks don't realize about those cartoons is that's not special cartoon music. That was just music that they did back then.
Yeah.
It was,
Yes. And they built the cartoons around the music.
Yeah. Well, seeing as we're completely stumped, perhaps we should move along to this selection.
Speak for yourself, Dave.
Well, I'm completely stumped then. On the Fortune label for truly great music, and it's of course time for your close-up. And here comes Mad Frank Carr dashing in from the control room
To do his man
to
close up.
to man our crewless crew.
That's
We're completely
skeleton
robotized.
crew tonight.
We're robotic. Okay,
Yes.
now the name of this song is Jailbait. It's by Andre Williams, performed by Andre Williams, in brackets, Mr. Rhythm, with the Charlie Morris Orchestra.
I'm running, yes, before it's too late, trying to get away from that jailbait. It's a rough temptation, but a common invitation and a good association, but a quick elimination that will take you out of circulation. Yes, I'm talking about that younger generation. So take my advice, fellas. For goodness sake. 15, 16, 17, that's jailbait. Now they swear that they're in love, that you and her are my stars above, and she's looking mighty good, just like a young girl should. We try to tell you no, and let that young girl go, but you know it all. You have yourself a ball, and now that it's too late, as you look from cell number 8, I tried to tell your mate 17 and a half is still jailbait. So tomorrow's the date for the trial of jailbait. And this you watch and see. The young girl will go free, and you'll get 1 to 3. So out the door she walks, to another man she talks. Before you can count, from 1 to 8, another man in for jailbait. Please, Mr. Judge, you just let me go this time. I ain't gonna mess with them young girls no more. I swear I ain't gonna bother them no more, Mr. Judge. I ain't gonna bother none 15. I ain't gonna bother none 16. I ain't gonna bother none 17. I ain't gonna mess with none 18. I'm gonna leave that 20 year old ones alone too. I'm gonna get my girl about 42. If you just please without saying, let me go, Mr. Judge. Please, Mr. Judge, I ain't gonna bother the young girls no more. Give me a break, Mr. Judge. Please, Mr. Judge.
Quite dramatic.
I can see why they
Wow.
call him Mr. Rhythm, because he's obviously not Mr. Singer.
Well, who does he think he is? A rap artist?
I don't know. It sure sounded like one, huh?
That's what I was thinking.
It's a rather
Mr.
provocative
Repetitious.
song.
1930s rap.
Rather sultry and evocative.
Yes.
Visually. You could feel like you were there in the mood with him and all the things he was getting up to.
Yes, it was very picturesque. It certainly set the scene for what he had to say.
And that climactic trumpet
The
part there.
screaming, the
screaming trumpet.
saxophone screams,
Oh,
and
that
the
was
trumpet screams. There was
that was-
both.
there
I
was-
think
yeah,
they were both screaming there.
Oh, horse whinnies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
it just really,
kind of powerful.
yeah, it's very climactic for me. Yes, yes.
Yes. Well, we can do almost anything on this show.
Yes.
I know.
I'm telling you.
They're going for the remotes, Dave. Let's go to the next tune.
Please,
Are you
quickly.
suggesting
Quickly.
people would be
Quickly.
switching to something like desecration of religious icons on some cable station or something?
If it was a National Geographic
that on the other
special,
show?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What have we got? I know. What we need is a suggestion diabolique by Prokofiev, played by Beno Moisevich, recorded in Europe.
Didn't he score those Woody Allen movies? He worked with Woody Allen? didn't
Why,
he?
yes, he did Zelig, I think.
Right, and the famous dead waiters sketch from Love and Death,
That's right.
and the Sun Yi ballet.
I'm glad we're finally getting to some long hair music here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, the interesting
Culture.
thing about this selection is, even though it was recorded nearly 60 years ago, that if the music is played well today, it will sound the same. Whereas in order to do the song Jailbait, you have to be the individual doing the song in the era that he was performing the song, you see. So this is just something, I thought I'd point that out.
And very well, too. the untalking heads. Did you see that? It was just sitting there. That song would have been a minute and a half longer. You boys would have both been decapitated yourselves. I think that's what would have happened.
I think we need a new host for the show now. Dave has gone into a catatonic.
Boy, that felt good.
Oh, he can still talk.
No, you could.
I'd like to thank the Out of Bounds Performing Company for teaching me to do the face dance.
It was head ballet.
But I
That's
do
what that
think
was.
I saw a little bit of Chaplin's onion rolls, the famous onion roll dance that he did from the Gold Rush.
You did?
Yes, just
was
part of
in
the
there?
part of your bridge
it was in
work.
his, I think it was in his ear somewhere.
When your bridge work was
Oh.
when your bridge work was coming near your cheek, I could definitely see a little bit of Chaplin influence there.
Why, thanks.
Only
Well, that was
You
played
little
by
tramp,
Benno
you.
Moisevich. As you know, there are about as many people in this country named Benno as there are named Shemp. But that doesn't alter the fact that he was brilliant. The man is a genius.
Shem? Or
No,
Curly?
no, Benno.
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 I know.
Shemp was
We know Shrimp. We know Shemp is a genius.
Shrimp?
Well, yeah.
Shrimp.
Shrimp? Shrimp?
I liked it. It was very painterly. I could definitely see a painting evolving. You know, just
Of their faces?
progression. No.
No, that was.
No, it's
was-
just it reminded me of one of those German expressionist paintings. I could just see one being woven together. You know, it's very creative.
Pretty stark and just unusual.
Wild. I can just see the whole thing coming together. You know, so maybe like a Munch painting or something. You know.
Prokofiev was like that, very changeable, unpredictable.
I like that piece. I don't think I ever heard that before.
Uh-huh. Yeah. One time my father brought home the complete works of Prokofiev as played by Georgy Sandor, and I tried to see if I could play any of that music on the piano, so I got this one little prelude, and I spent about 3 weeks on it, and then I looked at the record, and it was like, you know, one tiny little band of this 3-record set. So I thought, you know, I guess I'd better become the host of some kind of zany TV show or something.
Didn't Prokofiev write Sammy Made the Pants Too Long?
Yeah. I think that was in Follies of 1912, wasn't it?
Right, the Mo Howard Follies in 1912, and his father was a tailor,
Now we're
and he
talking.
worked with the Schneider brothers because Schneider means tailor.
Correct.
It does?
And it's time to say a hipster's hello to Kim Kurland. Kim, of
There
course,
she is.
is our honorary hipster. Kim's dad, William, is, of course, a hipster. A little known fact is that in his younger days, William Kurland hired Nick LaRocca of the original Dixieland Jazz Band to play at some parties that he was throwing in New York. So, of course, that qualifies him for instant hipster Hall of Fame. Anyone who could actually have known someone from the original Dixieland Jazz Band is, of course.
I saw Gene Krupa play drums once.
You did?
Yes.
Well, what was the name of the picture?
It was live
Oh, my God.
in Lakewood Park, Ohio.
Wow.
Yes.
He must have been really on the slide then.
Yes.
But
But
nobody's
he
perfect.
sounded great.
Oh, good.
I was a
Really?
little kid. Yeah.
Well, that was great.
My
I
father
envy
said,
that.
"Come hear a real drummer.
Yeah.
None of this Ringo Starr stuff." You know.
Well,
And he was right.
Well, Ringo kept a good beat.
all right. Well, now going
It's
from
innovative.
the wonderfully classical to a lighter touch, and I see my personal hero, Frank Carr, racing into the studio
And just
to
in
get a
time,
shot
too.
of this label. And it's a Columbia record. The song is I Love Life, as sung by Jerry Colonna. Now, not many people know Jerry Colonna was a comedian on the Bob Hope radio show.
I knew that.
Well, I should have
Well, you're not many
guessed.
people.
That's true. You're
At
only
least
one
47.
person.
At least 47.
So here we go. And also, I should mention that Jerry Colonna was much funnier than Bob Hope on his radio show, but who am I to say? History is history.
I saw Bob Hope once.
We all have. What war were you in?
So I want to live and to drink of life to goodness, take all it can give. I love its sunshine and revel in its sound. I love life, I want to live, I love life. I love life, it holds me in its sway. My heart hears its music, a melody gladsome and gay. So we got it, hurry and light, at last I found the way. Oh, that's why darkest far above. Holding that barge and lifting that bell, the getting it rough and the landing it well. Oh, I love life so high and want to live under the rink of life's fullness. Take all it can give. I love life, every moment must count. To glory in its sunshine and revel in its pound. I love life, I want to live. I love
You killed it.
He's turning over a new leaf. Leave him alone. Jeez.
I think there was definitely an anti-war message in that song.
Well,
Yeah, or he was nuts for a magazine.
it's good there was no glass over here.
I
Some
love
parts
life.
in there, you know. Some
Glass? Why?
Whoa, and
I
you know,
love
the
life.
wailing.
He was nuts.
They got there was a
That came out of
glass face.
Obscureville, didn't it?
Yes. Well, look what it did to the plant.
On the A train. Yes.
Yeah,
But that was
did
like
you rip
a,
out a leaf?
train, like listening to a train
and
going
did you
off the
rip out a
track,
leaf?
you know, with his voice, you know, it's quite wonderfully frenetic.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Spike Jones on Speed. Or
I did feel one with the universe on that one. That's why I grabbed the.
My God, our fearless director is approaching. He's here.
There's someone sneaking up on us.
it's Hamlet!
Okay. Well, that's the signal that there's only time for one more record on the program, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that
Who
was
was
Frank
that?
Carr. Frank Carr, right here.
Is that an angel?
Right here on our stage
Just
is
an
Frank
angel in
Carr.
disguise.
You will be appearing as Hamlet
It's amazing.
at the
The
Nicodemus
master of
Theater.
the cameo.
Well, I'd like to thank my hipsters,
He's behind the
Tom
cameo.
Goligly, Terry Breen, Nicole Macaluso, and Ed Cermak. And the last selection will be played by Ross Rhythm Rascals, playing Rascal Rag.
Oh, ragtime.
Well, let me just try out of here on this one, huh? Yeah.
Good night, hipsters.
Good night, hipsters.
See you next time.
Thanks
Where's
for
the
dropping
camera?
by and watching our show.